Oh, the new definition of beauty, Ben Shabibo.
Sports Illustrated has its SI swimsuit edition. And they usually have multiple cover models. And one is sort of the woke cover model. So they'll have like a couple of actual models, and then they'll have like a transgender woman, like a biological male who has had a boob job and a bunch of surgeries and looks a lot like a female. That's what they did last year. This year.
Yeah, gender affirming surgery and also like Photoshop procedures famously don't exist outside of trans women specifically, especially in modeling. That's awesome. He's so transphobic that he's just basically just like forgetting that it's a incredibly important part of like presentation in this sector.
They went woke in AW.
Oh, by the way, fun fact, but the number one foe of trans people, after me, of course, because I'm an LGBT foe, is Joe Rogan, who also quite literally talks about gender confirmation, gender affirming hormones that he has taken throughout his like mid-30s all the way to now. That is testosterone replacement therapy. Testosterone replacement therapy is a type of hormone replacement therapy. Joe Rogan is a big proponent, a big advocate of testosterone replacement therapy. He loves that shit. He used to talk about it all the time. So miss me with this bullshit, okay? It's not just trans people that are doing like gender affirming hormone therapy or gender affirming therapy in any way. Joe Rogan is trans mask. What the okay. Trans mask Joe Rogan? No, he's just, wait, what is the term? I don't want to fuck this up. Isn't it called like, no, it's boy modding is when you're like an assigned male at birth, a trans woman, but you're like trying to go under the radar, right? That's like I forget sometimes. Boy modding, isn't that how you say it? Oh, it's boy moding. Wait, doesn't it sound cooler if you say boy modding though? Like you're modding, like you're modifying. That's what I thought. That's how I read it. Okay, all right.
Different way. They decided that they were going to put a rather large woman on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Her name is Yumi Nu.
Boy mode is not TRT. Please stop. Lol. No. It's not. It's not. I understand that. I'm just saying that Joe Rogan does unironically do gender affirming therapy. He literally takes TRT and is very famously an advocate for TRT. That is gender affirming hormone therapy. That's straight up the truth. And the reason why I mention this is because, like, I need people to understand that, like, you know, trans people are doing the same shit that he's doing, but when he does it, it's seen as normal. But when trans people do it, everyone's like, whoa, chill the fuck out. TRT or HRT, testosterone replacement therapy, is a type of hormone replacement therapy. Like, it's still gender affirming therapy. That's what it is. Just like when women go and get like a boob job or whatever, or when men can also do like Botox or whatever, like. People engage in like gender affirming therapy or like surgeries all the time, hair transplants, things like that. Just people are so blind to this, they can't recognize it. Yeah, it's like a mind-boggling thing when you think about it, because you're like, you're conditioned into thinking that that's normal and the other is not, but it's the same shit.
And she is, quote, shaking over the SI swimsuit cover reveal. According to the New York Post, last week, model Yumi Nu visited her agent for what she thought was a routine interview and career check-in. While she was answering questions earnestly, my agents were in on this little plan, the 25-year-old told the Post. Midway through the interview, Sports Illustrated swimsuit honcho MJ Day and other staffers from the Bikini Bible popped out with a camera crew as the cover of this year's magazine, featuring Nu, filled a nearby monitor. I was processing the surprise of it not being a real interview, and this was actually the SI cover reveal. I could not speak. I had full body chills. I was shaking. I was crying. They really got me good. So she is a plus-sized model. And by plus-sized model, we mean that she is somewhat heavy. And she's not like morbidly obese. But she is also not skinny or in shape.
Wait. Is this progress? Wait, hold up. Dude, I feel like 6 years ago, Ben Shapiro would never say that. Wait, that's actually crazy. I'm actually surprised. Like, he had to concede that she's not like morbidly obese or whatever the fuck. I feel like that's where it was, like, 2015. Like, people should be like, oh, you're not a size 0. You're a pig. Or you're so fat.
This is a person who should, for health reasons, drop some weight. And that's just the reality of the situation. Because being overweight exacerbates nearly every health problem you have. If you had a relative who looked like this, you would think that person probably needed to drop a little bit of weight, and presume there's a young, healthy 25-year-old woman. There is no reason why she couldn't drop a little bit of weight if she wanted to. But the idea here is to redefine beauty, of course.
Wait, what?
And this is what the left is all about these days, what Sports Illustrated is doing. And the idea here is that if you mention this, if you notice it, it's bad. So this is the stupid game that the left loves to play. Stupid, stupid game. What they do is they do something that is deliberately shocking and provocative. Then when you comment on it, they say, how dare you even notice? How dare you even notice? So the goal here is to...
The point is, it shouldn't be provocative. Have you looked outside? You live in fucking Florida. You're like skinnier than 90% of the women at Walmart. And you're over here being like, aha, it's so provocative. It's like, dude, how about, having some normal people? Don't you feel like that in and of itself is the weird situation that like not a single person looks like the cover model or looks like the marketing in America? Like, obviously, there are systemic problems. Obviously, obesity is a problem. Obesity is a problem, okay? Health complications do arise. He's not wrong on that. That's pretty obvious stuff, okay? It's pretty basic stuff. It's caused by systemic inequalities. It's caused by the fact that, like, in America, our capitalist government does not give a fuck about, whatever kind of additives that companies are putting in to make the food taste better. It doesn't even matter if it fucking kills you. Who cares, right? If you ask Hotep Jesus, it's caused by Marxism. Ultimately, it is so fucking stupid to just like be upset when you see a normal person every now and then. Like, she's a pretty person, she's normal, she's like not a size 0. It's very weird to just like lose your fucking mind over it, okay? You are unironically triggered because you saw a person that is, not a size 0 on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and the people are clowning on you because you're being weird. The people are clowning on you because your reaction is insane. It's just odd that he's like freaking the fuck out, saying that like, the beauty standards are being changed and being defined. It's like, yeah, they have been, dude. They have been to define a size 0 as the beauty standard. And when you look to someone who's like literally average weight in America, you fucking lose your shit. If anything, those standards are not gonna like cause people to become fatter. Like, no one's gonna be like, oh, I saw a fat person on the cover of a magazine, I want to be fat now. If anything, it normalizes the way that normal people look to everyone else, so they're not getting fucking harassed all the time.
Change the standards of beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder, you see. It's completely subjective. It is not that there are many, many studies demonstrating that facial symmetry is a general indicator of beauty in virtually all cultures, or that there's a hip to waist ratio that is widely admired across cultures, or that there is even such a thing as sexual attraction.
Wait, you can't be serious, right? Her facial symmetry is part of the reason why she's a plus-size model. She's very pretty. Her beauty is not an objective thing, obviously, but like, it's as close to objective as you can get when you talk about like facial symmetry or whatever the fuck, right? Obviously, it's still impossible to pinpoint, and it's certainly not across cultures. This is just a lie. But, and especially the hip to ratio thing is a total fucking lie when he says like across culture. But the facial symmetry is part of the reason why she is a model. Like, she is conventionally a very attractive person. It's just the truth.
More generally, which provides a very weird sort of thing for Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, because if there's no such thing as sexual attraction generally, then why have a swimsuit edition? But the notion is, of course, that we should pretend that human biological attractiveness does not exist, or that it is all culturally defined, and that if you don't find...
Why are these people so strange, dude? I don't understand. Like, you literally don't need to fucking try to intellectualize why you didn't find this particular cover model attractive. Like, you don't have to try and do that. And he's like so self-assured. Like, he's just like, yeah, actually, hypothetically speaking, like, beauty standards exist in the world. And unfortunately, I couldn't fap to this one. I did not like this Sports Illustrated. I am going to unsubscribe.
Yumi Nu as sexy as Brooklyn Decker, then that is because you are fat phobic in some way.
Like, no one is even saying that. People aren't even saying that. No, people are just making fun of you because you're like bent out of shape that you couldn't jerk off to the swimsuit edition, a cover model. Like, what is going on, dude? Why are they like this? It's so funny. I love these issues because, like, in my opinion, I think this kind of like showcases how fucking weird they are. They just basically self-report over and over again. But still, it's just like pretty funny. To the Normans, they probably look at this and go, what the fuck? I have a cousin that looks like that, and you're being fucking rude for no reason. I have a mom that looks like that. You're being rude for no fucking reason. My wife looks like that. My girlfriend looks like that. Why are you fucking saying these things? Like, I find my girlfriend very attractive. Why are you just like randomly shitting on my girlfriend? Is how most Americans are going to fucking look at this and feel. Especially because, like, he basically personally admitted that she was, like, beautiful in the beginning.
way. You are a bigot in some way. And that's the reason they do this. Why else would they do it? I mean, I'm just guaranteeing you that if a dude has a choice between buying two magazines, one with Yumi Nu on the cover and one with Brooklyn Decker on the cover, that's not a question as to which magazine sells faster. Everyone knows this. The entire advertising industry is built on this. All of Hollywood is built on this. Why do you think Hollywood casts astonishingly good-looking people?
Why is he speaking to an audience of 85-year-olds, bro? When are you buying a magazine at the fucking magazine stand, dude? Also, he's wrong. He's wrong because, like, at least the Yumi Nu thing is, like, new and different. And part of the reason why they do it, and Ben is right about this, is because it actually drives the narrative. People like this get mad and lose their shit, and then people go and actually fucking click on the website. So Ben is unironically playing into the fucking Sports Illustrated game, and you're falling for it.
What's also hilarious about sort of the way that the beauty media work here is I have to compare contrast here. So you have Yumi Nu, who is overweight, on the cover of the SI Swim. And if you mention this, it's bad. The entire purpose for putting this person on the cover is because she is overweight. But if you mention she's overweight, this means that you're bad. You're not supposed to notice. Stop.
You're banned? You're bad? Like, no, dude. It's about, like, being a fucking dickhead, I think. Right? This is the thing that's really weird about debate perverts is that, like, they have to moralize and intellectualize, like, every kind of fucking conversation. And it goes against, like, how human beings operate. So in a weird way, they come across, like, super irrational to the average person. No, it's just like you're a dick. Like, why would you fucking run around and, like, literally point to every person who you think is, like, a little bit more overweight than what your perfect body type is like and be like, you're fat. You should not actually be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. You're fat. Like, you're just a fucking rude dickhead. That's it. That's literally it. That's why people are clowning on you.
I'm noticing. Okay, so they'll put Yumi Nu on this cover. Then you'll also have Hillary Duff, who is on the cover of Women's Health. Now, Hillary Duff looks like a sort of stereotypical model beauty. Okay, she's on the cover of Women's Health magazine, totally nude. And she looks like a model. Right? I mean, there's not
it's like, it's censored.
Ounce of fat on her. She looks like what you would imagine an airbrushed, beautiful person to look.
Wait, why is he saying this? Like, is Ben now just showing, like, what he can jerk off to and what he has jerked off to? Isn't that kind of strange?
Look like. And the headline is, it's time to redefine strength, growth, power, and presence. Hillary Duff on her terms. And Women's Health magazine said, Hillary Duff spent years trying to live up to Hollywood's standards. Now, as she poses for the May cover of Women's Health Body Reflections, she's approaching her life and career on her own terms. She says, I'm proud of my body. I'm proud it's produced 3 children for me. I've gotten to a place of being peaceful with the changes my body has gone through. The pictures of her are immaculate. I mean, honest to God, these pictures are like,
that immaculate. He is so horned up. Bro, he's so horny. Yo, this is fucking, I just almost spat my fucking Diet Mountain Dew out, dude. What the fuck? Yo, he's down bad. Oh.
First of all, you used to have to actually buy a Playboy in order to get these sorts of pictures. Now it's just on the...
Dude, I love this. Is the greatest Ben Shapiro video I've ever watched. We got to run it back. Dude, he is bricked up.
I've gotten to a place of being peaceful with the changes my body has gone through. The pictures of her are immaculate. I mean, honest to God, these pictures are like, first of all, you used to have to actually buy a Playboy in order to get these sorts of pictures. Now it's just on the cover of Women's Health because women's empowerment and all of this. But beyond that, on the one hand, the idea is that Hillary Duff is violating traditional standards of beauty. Not true. On the other hand, the idea is that Yumi Nu is not violating traditional standards of beauty. Also not true. And the only reason that you can come up with...
Hey, Ben, in your horny fervor, perhaps maybe you could have realized that, like, no, both of those women are actually living their own beauty standards out. And it's about demonstrating confidence in your body. And that's kind of the point. I don't know. I feel like maybe that's, like, actually not inconsistent. Neither of those things are inconsistent. And also, the Hillary Duff photos, I immediately noticed that those photos are actually unaltered in the same way that most Hillary Duff photos would probably be in any other magazine. If you weren't so fucking horny, you would probably recognize that the lack of, like, severe makeup and foundation, even though there was makeup, obviously, and also the lack of alteration in the form of Photoshop is what makes those photos unique in comparison to what you normally see in magazines. Like, it's not like like you can see blemishes and shit, dude. Like obviously she still has makeup on, but like it's less, I would say, than it's less than what you would normally see in a professional shoot like that. But I do still understand that there's makeup on her. The point is, Ben is literally just trying to intellectualize being bricked up for Hillary Duff and being like, I don't want a thick mommy.
Traditional standards of beauty, also not true. And the only reason that you can come up with is they would like to actually destroy the definition of beauty, as they've destroyed the definition of everything else. In the same way that the left pretends that all art is equivalent and that Piss Christ is a piece of art the same way that the Mona Lisa is a piece of art because art has no definition and it's all subjective interpretation. They're now doing this.
Does Ben think art is objective? What the fuck? Isn't he like literally a classically trained violinist? What the fuck? I mean, God, that doesn't surprise me, actually. That is yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, but that is quite literally fascism and a fascist interpretation of art. Is that there are objective standards and objective values in art that are universal, and that all new art is actually degenerate and showcasing moral decay. There are really thoughtful and very good YouTube essays on this. I mean, there's obviously a lot of reading that you can do, but like, let's be real, none of you fucking read anyway. I know you don't agree with Ben, but this is actually a legitimate theory on art. There's even a Wikipedia page on it. Yeah, I know. You're kidding, right?
This with things like beauty. So in a normal definition of beauty, Hillary Duff is a beautiful person, and Yumi Nu is not nearly as beautiful as Hillary Duff in any sort of normal, objective metric of beauty as done by a computer, for example.
What?
But if you notice this is because you're bad and bigot. So this is why Jordan...
What is a normal objective beauty standard done by a computer? You're literally reporting. That's a self-report. Why does anyone look at that and go, yeah, that's brilliant? My man said, computerized beauty.
Peterson was trending. Okay, it's because he tweeted out, sorry, not beautiful. And no amount of authoritarian tolerance is going to change that. People got very angry. How dare you say that, sir? The whole point of putting her on the cover is because you're trying to redefine beauty. That's literally what you're trying to do. And he's saying, I'm not going to let you redefine beauty.
Yeah, but that's what Jordan is saying, too. He's saying that his authoritarian beauty standard is what should continue to be the beauty standard. If you want to think about it as, like, authoritarian at all. That's it. He's saying, like, what I have been duped into believing is like the perfect fucking beauty standard should continue. Even a computer would be able to figure that out.
To include people who are not traditionally beautiful. You want to say that she is unique looking? You want to say that she is beautiful to certain people, that certain people find this attractive? That's fine. But if you want to say that this is like beautiful the same way that kind of traditional swimsuit models are beautiful, no, again, but the game the left loves to play is just gaslighting all the way down. A man is a woman. They're like, no, that's not true. How dare you say that, sir? How dare you do that? That's bigotry. Beauty is defined as anybody up to and including Lizzo. And you're like, no, I don't think so. They're like, no. How dare you say that, sir? We're not doing it. You must be a bigot. It's also tiresome and childish and annoying.
He's basically admitting that like beauty is not objective when he says like, well, some people find her beautiful, but like everyone finds someone beautiful. Like, no, that's not a thing. Beauty is subjective. I don't know. It's pretty funny to think that like his understanding of what is objective beauty is beauty defined by a computer program.